Hi, everybody. Thank you for having us. This is very exciting to be here. I unfortunately finished class at 2, so I didn't catch everyone's input today, but from what I've seen, it looks very engaging and exciting. It's really nice to have the community together from both of the phases. So thank you very much. And do you want to say something to start?
I'm happy to be back and really excited.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about our experiences in the first phase, as Marina said. So that happened in June, July last year. I keep saying last year, it's not, it's this year, isn't it? In this year. And we were asked to write a blog talking about our experiences, which was, yeah, really interesting. We got to collaborate again, which was very exciting. Next slide, please. So I think for us, the biggest thing we wanted to talk about first was the fact that this project was the first time we had the chance to really talk about our experiences moving online after the pandemic hit. And I think it was really it stood out to us in the way that we'd never had that opportunity to collaborate and to talk to other people who are experiencing the same things. And we realized that obviously, we weren't having unique experiences. This is something that was felt in a lot of places. So we discussed in the sessions that teaching, we thought at the beginning that, you could just go online and then teach whatever you did in the classroom, right? But we realized very quickly that that wasn't always possible. We did our best trying to sort of cater for the online needs, but we realized that no, that's not actually going to happen. So we knew that we needed to change, but we didn't really know how. And I think we didn't know how to identify it in a lot of ways. We had some successes, but a lot of challenges along the way. So I think when we started the course and we read the article with Morehouse, Lee and Walsh, that they highlighted these competencies in the e-classroom, and it really sort of gave us the idea of, oh wow, like these are the things we do need to make our e-classroom actually work. And that was really nice because it gave a lot of new perspectives for us. And actually in an academic article, someone's already studied this and done the research, and here we were talking about it, which was fantastic. And I think we had a lot of expectations that we carried over from the normal classroom into online, and then we realized very quickly that just had to change, didn't it? Okay, thank you. Next slide.
Okay, and one of the things I really appreciate about the course is that ViVEXELT provided us with the opportunity to try a lot of digital tools, such as Zoom and Padlet, which I think a lot of us here are already familiar with. And with Idea Boards and Answer Garden, I highly recommend them. Yeah, we highly recommend because they are great platforms when it comes to hosting Q&A sessions, as well as like giving students a place so that they can showcase their work and to collect students' feedback, of course. With Adobe Spark, it's a bit more complex, but if you get the hang of it, then everything, it falls into place. And it's great if students want to showcase their work in a variety of ways, with media files, with videos, with images, things like that. So it was really great that we got to know about these platforms and tools. And so I found them to be really useful in my own classes.
So obviously, we're learning a lot of different tools and things like that, but I think one of the best things about the project was meeting people online. And the online space is quite a strange one, even though we're always attached to our phones and things. But when you come together on an online forum and you think, oh wow, okay, what's going to happen here? And I think that was the best part of the project, was being able to meet on a weekly basis and practice our interactional and intercultural skills online, and having a group from so many different parts of the world. It's just very exciting to be able to do that and have the opportunity to meet together regularly, I guess, over the 4 weeks. So the thing about online, I think, is that something we need to get used to as online teachers is that we don't always need to have our cameras on. We don't always need to be, with our audio on. We can also express ourselves either with an emoji. So, I try and use those as much as possible. Yeah, I don't have to say love, but I can show it with that little emoji. Obviously, speaking is a really important part, but communication isn't just about the words that we speak. So it's really important to be able to use the chat functions. And also one thing that we did, if people weren't comfortable or they really didn't know what to say, maybe in the sessions, they were able to go post session and actually comment on the forum that we had, where lots of questions and ideas were shared, which was a really fantastic opportunity to sort of, I guess, reflect on what we've done in the sessions. Oh, there we go. That's an example. So this was funny actually, because I met Ang. I think we must have met in one of the first weeks, but we didn't realize
Yeah.
that we'd actually kind of commented on each other's posts in the forum. So I found this, which I thought was a bit cute, that we actually met in week 1 and we'd been commenting on each other's posts, and then now we've kind of, yeah, got a little friendship now, which is really makes me happy. But yeah, so we actually were commenting in week 1, which was fun. But yeah, I found this a really nice opportunity to sort of read what people were saying and then respond and be thoughtful about what I was saying as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we also collaborated, as we all know, with the lesson plans. And I think, you know, collaboration can always be quite complex, you know, managing all different personalities and different people. So we were quite lucky in our group. We, I think we had, yeah, pretty much everyone quite active in the session. So that was really cool when we got to, yeah, meet up, organize what we were going to do, and then, yeah, asynchronously get together and make it work and come up with a pretty good lesson plan. But we won't really talk too much about it. We've looked at lots of lesson plans. You're probably tired of lesson plans. But next slide, I think.
Okay, so about the lesson plan, it was also based on one of the SDG. We chose the 4th one about quality education for everyone. And by discussing this SDG, we found out that like we were really interested in adult education, and we wanted to ensure lifelong learning opportunities for everyone, even those who are a bit older. And now let's come to like, so the whole experience of collaborating with everyone. So we were in a group of 8, a big group. And so it was quite challenging to like schedule meetings and just to like work together at around the same time, because we were in different time zones and we had our own schedule to stick to. But luckily, as Angela said, we were all really active and we tried to make things work. The online collaboration experience was challenging, but it was also really rewarding. And there was this really funny story about the night before we had to submit the lesson plan. So we were all working together on a single Google Doc, and we left messages for each other, we left comments, we asked questions, and we edited the document together. So it was like our work materialized into like a single, I wouldn't say perfect, but it was, I guess, the best possible version of the lesson plan, because it had all of our input. And I think Angela would like to talk more about the SDG that we chose.
Oh yes, I mean, this was just quickly, I think in a lot of places around the world, there's kind of this idea of education having an expiry date, like in terms of your age, you know, like, oh, if you don't go to uni straight after school, you're going to miss out. And I think one thing that I learned as a mature age student going back to uni at 27, I think I was, and I met so many people of all sorts of ages. I think my 2 best friends were in their mid-40s doing their degrees for the first time, and it really just opened my eyes to education is for everybody whenever they want, whenever they can access it. And I think when we first met with the group, we kind of, you know, threw some ideas around and we realized that this was something we were all quite interested in. So we did a bit of research and we found this article about a woman in Kenya who was a great grandmother, and she was 90 and went to school for the first time. And these kinds of stories, I feel, are quite heartwarming. And it just really shows it doesn't really matter how old you are. You can always learn. We're always learning, right? I don't think it's something that ever stops. It's not a start and an end. It's always, you know, it's a lifelong thing. So that was something that really struck with us. So yeah, we decided to choose that.
Is 1 minute enough, Angela?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, this is just an example of just a snippet of the lesson plan collaboration. But something we did try and do was use as many of the tools from the project in the actual lesson plan. Just seeing the lesson plans from today, I saw, wow, there are so many tools out there that I even learn after coming for 10 minutes, and I've already learned some new tools. So thank you very much for sharing. Next slide.
Okay, so next moving on to the sense of community. So by the end of the course, it was clearer and clearer that we had created this community of teachers and aspiring teachers who are really active and passionate about what they do. And this community is a very supportive one and a very safe one where we can like share our experiences and our beliefs and our solutions to the challenges that we face. And I think that it was quite the bonding experience because like the challenges that we face in the context, for instance, in Vietnam, also resonated with the challenge with what what teachers overseas face. And I was really like interested in this sense of community, and I really hope that even with the newer cycles in the future, that this community can grow and can prosper. And I hope that we both hope that for future participants, if you're interested in the project, we hope that you can actively join the discussions, get to know each other, and make the most of the experience.
Definitely.
Angela?
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I think it's a unique place to be together, and I think we have so many things in common, and I think it's important to continue this if possible. So thank you very much to everyone who organized it, Marina, and everybody behind the team, Tom and Tui as well. We really appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for listening to us today. Yeah, thank you.